is correct. Time is gold. We have been taught, and it is right, that time is money. That is why lazy people are reprimanded for wasting their time. Nagsasayang ka lang ng panahon. Nag-aaksaya ka ng oras. Kauulit. Time is gold. Do not waste time. We became slaves of our schedules. But there is something more important than time. There is something more precious than gold. It is true that the face of your watch is important. But do not forget that the face of the person seated to you is more important than the face of the watch. It is true that time is gold and gold is precious. But time and gold are not absolute. There is somebody more important than time. And who is that? Our timeless God. There is something more important than gold or silver or diamond. And who is that? God, our treasure. So ngayong araw na ito, tingnan natin ang ating buhay. Bakit ka palaging nagmamadali? Why are you always hurrying? There are many reasons. The slaves of the landowner in the gospel were hurrying. They wanted to remove the weeds right away. Nagmamadali kasi baka tumubo kasama ng mga trigo. Balik ako sa aking tanong. Bakit maraming nagmamadali? May iba-ibang dahilan at kailangan nating intindihin kung bakit. First, many of our countrymen are in a hurry because the suffering is too much. Many of us are in a hurry because we are so concerned about the present, because we are not sure if we will still see tomorrow. We are not sure if the future will still welcome us. That is why we are in a hurry, because the misery is too much, the suffering is too much. And my dear brothers and sisters, when the poor are suffering, please do not judge that the poor have no discipline. No. The poor are suffering, but they are not less disciplined. The poor are suffering and they're in a hurry because they might not see tomorrow anymore. Parang wala nang kinabukasan. Kaya kapag nakakita ng pagkain, nagmamadali. Kapag nakakita ng ayuda, nagmamadali. Kapag nakakita ng tutulong, nagmamadali. At nakikipag-agawan. Kapag nakakita ng jeep na pwedeng sakyan papasok, nakikipag-agawan. It is not because people are not disciplined. It is because suffering is too much. And that is why we feel that tomorrow might not come anymore. Do you remember the good thief? Do you remember the bad thief? The good thief said, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." The bad thief said, "If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross, save yourself and us." He was suffering. Nailed to the cross, hands and feet. Can you blame him for mocking? It is wrong to mock, but it is understandable because suffering is too much. Do you remember Martha and Mary asking the Lord to heal Lazarus and prevent the death? That is why when the Lord went to Bethany and Lazarus had already died, may konting tampo. Bakit di ka dumating sa tamang panahon? The first reason why we are in a hurry is because there is too much suffering. If you're suffering from sickness in the hospital, Di ka ba magmamadaling umuwi? Kung nagugutom ka, nakakita ka ng pagkain, di ka ba magmamadaling kumain? Konting unawa, a little compassion for the sufferings of one another, because that could be a reason why we are in a hurry. Then you're going to ask me, but some people are not suffering. Why are they in a hurry? Iba yun. Ang pangalawang dahilan kung bakit nagmamadali ay sapagkat hindi ka na mahal. If I am always in a hurry with you, it could be because love is gone or love has diminished. Because love and hurrying up are incompatible. Sapagkat ang isang taong nagmamahal ay marunong maghintay kahit habang panahon. Real love is patient. Real love is kind. Real love waits. Saint Paul says, love is patient. If love is patient, love can wait. If love is absent, we become impatient. That is simple. If we are always in a hurry, if we are always rushing, could it be because love is gone or love is diminished? And that is why we no longer enjoy the presence of the loved one. People who love will enjoy timelessness. People who are in love will not look at the face of the watch, because the face of the beloved is sweeter than the face of our wristwatch. It is more pleasing to look at the face of your loved one than to look at the face of the clock. If the face of the clock has become more attractive than the face of your wife or your husband or your parents or your children, it could be because the clock is now more lovable than your husband, than your wife, than your children, than your parents. The second reason why people are in a hurry is because we are lacking in love. And the third reason why people are in a hurry is we do not believe in God anymore. Do you remember hearing, kapag may kasalanan, kung akong Diyos, sasabihin ko sa mga kidlat, tamaan niyo lahat yan, patayin niyo lahat yan. Do you remember those words? Those are godless words. Because if you believe in God, you will understand that God has always been patient with us. If you believe in God, you would understand that God has always been merciful with us. Don't tell me this is politics. This is scriptures. This is the Word of God. God has been waiting for us. And God does not like instant solutions, because God does not rush us. Old, but God is timeless and He's going to wait. Yes, gold is precious, but love is more precious than gold. And those who cannot understand God, God who is patient, God who waits, will become impatient with God. And some philosophers, some experts say, atheism is not the denial of God. It is not about the denial of the existence of God. Atheism is simply impatience with God. We are impatient with God because we want God to intervene and solve our frustrations and heal all sick people. We want God to solve all our problems, to solve all our hunger. We want God to rush. And when God does not answer us according to our time, we say, hindi totoong Diyos yan. Meron akong sariling Diyos. My dear brothers and sisters, if we can create a God who will answer everything that you ask for, that is not God. You have become God because you are commanding God and telling God what to do. When God does not always answer us, and when God allows us to live in our helplessness, in our weakness, in our frustrations, in our disappointments, when God allows crucifixions to continue, why? It is not because God is purifying us. No. Huwag na huwag niyong sasabihin, nililinis ka lang ng Diyos. Hindi po. Ang ginagawa lamang ng Diyos ay tinuturo sa iyo ang tamang panahon. Because growth can only come from God, and growth cannot be rushed. Growth has its own rhythm. And the rhythm of growth is the rhythm of God. And when we start to walk the rhythm of God, when we start to walk the rhythm of love, then we will not hurry anymore. We will not be lazy. We will not be complacent. But we will walk in God's time. And growth will continue. Because people who have forgotten how to wait will also get stunted. Magiging unano, di na tayo lalaki. Are you still in a hurry? Because you're suffering too much? Put love into your suffering, and then we can take up the rhythm of the Lord. Are you still in a hurry and impatient with God? Ask God for the grace of patience, even with Him. Patience with Him. Sometimes I think we are Catholics by certificate, but we have become atheists with our hopelessness. We deny God because God does not answer us according to our time. Let God be God. Let the rhythm of God be our rhythm. Let us love, let us live like the Lord, who is always with us in His timeless love for us.